front page saying the selectmen's meeting was recorded. It'll be uploaded to YouTube within a day or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Within the next 30 days.
Technical difficulties.
Say there was technical difficulties and we'll have the video uploaded in a day or two.
And put a picture of Dan there.
Nope.
I should record it to this computer in case that doesn't work, right?
I'm recording back here too.
Oh, you are?
But
Okay.
I can't broadcast for some reason.
Okay.
So you guys can go whatever. As soon as Ted's up.
So is that the camera? So that camera's gonna work, that one up top isn't? All right.
We have like a feedback on the mic.
Robin, just so you know, the video is not required.
I know, dude.
Okay. The only thing that's required are the
talking
minutes.
like
So it
that.
doesn't matter if we're broadcasting live,
Right.
it's
but
recorded.
I like it for the minutes.
Listen, I took a shower and brushed my hair.
It's because she doesn't like taking minutes, and if there's no recollection,
That's true. I like a record.
if there's no record of this.
I know,
meeting,
she's got nothing to go by.
I'm doing 5-1.
I know, I came in one day while she was doing it.
Yeah.
There's no record, we should give ourselves a raise.
We're as close as we're gonna get here, I guess.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Newton Board of Selectmen meeting dated May 6, 2025. It is now 6:09. Sorry for the late interruption. We've had some technical difficulties with some of our equipment. This will be posted on YouTube at a later time. If we could start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any citizens input out there? We have not a lot of people out in the seats, and we're not on Zoom yet. So we will move forward with administration.
Go ahead, whoever's got that one.
And we have a timber tax.
Yeah, I move to authorize a tax collector to collect timber tax levy in the amount of $1,587.28 for tax map 21-1-49, 17th Thornell Road.
Second, but we gotta change it to tax map 12, not 21.
12-1.
12-1?
12-1-49, of -4,
-4?
Yes.
12-1-4.
12, okay. So that amendment was made to change the tax map to 12-1-4, 17th Thornell Road.
Second.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
That would be unanimous.
Also, we have a food pantry donation, so I move to accept and expend unanticipated funds from the food pantry in the amount of $100 from James Marino pursuant to RSA 31:95-B.
Second.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
And I would like to thank Mr. Marino for his very generous donation. That would be unanimous. And then we're going to move on to approvals. We have some new hires for the fire department. Chief?
You wanna come up? Yeah.
Good evening, thank you. Did Chief Alcadino send you the names already?
Yep, we got all that.
So tonight for consideration, we have Darren Locke, he's a full-time firefighter in a Massachusetts community, paramedic. We have Ethan Cook, certified firefighter EMT, and we have, I'm drawing a blank. Brett Roberts, sorry, he's an EMT full-time with a private ambulance, and this close to completing his fire department certification, so. Three good candidates, done a quick background check on them, everything comes up good, references are good. So with that, we would like to submit those to the board for your approval in hiring.
Sure.
Very nice, thank you.
So I move to hire Darren Locke as a firefighter EMT medic at the hourly rate, $25 an hour, pending he meets the requirements set forth by the chief.
Second?
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
I move to hire Brett Roberts as a firefighter EMT basic at the hourly rate of $21.50 an hour, pending he meets the requirements set forth by the chief.
Second?
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
I move to hire Ethan Cook as a firefighter EMT basic at the hourly rate of $21.50 an hour, pending he meets the requirements set forth by the chief.
Second?
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you, Chief.
Any
You're all
questions?
set.
Would you guys like to shake hands?
Welcome, Ethan.
Board, gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome aboard. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Be safe,
Thank you.
okay? Be
Welcome
safe.
aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're all set, Cook. Thank you.
Mr. Guide, I believe this next one's you.
Before we do that, can we have Trish come up and do what she's gonna do?
Okay. Lay it on us, Trish.
All right, since I was gonna dance, you know?
All right, never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, go back.
As long as it's a break dance, we're good.
Good evening.
Right. So I don't have too much. Give you an update, all of you people in TV land, hello there. We have done a lot of work down at the transfer station. This is the leftover, the last bit of one of our category, our debris removal. It's almost done. Because of the rain, we couldn't really finish this week what we wanted to do. The rest of the loom pile is going to be sifted. But right now, the debris is gone. It looks great. Hopefully, by next week, we'll get the rest of it done. All of this, again, is a grant or a reimbursement, so it's not coming out of our tax money. It's money we already have. The only other thing I wanted to bring up, because I spent so much time there last week taking photos, and I may have mentioned it to a couple of you. If you're standing where we were standing when we were watching Mike do everything, to the right-hand side behind the hoppers, there is a set of old wooden stairs that are rotted and falling down. It's a huge liability that they're there, and I mentioned it to Mike, but he might need direction from you to get rid of it.
Sure.
They shouldn't be using it. When I did mention it to somebody over there, down there, they said, oh, probably Mello uses it. Well, that's even worse. We really don't want anyone to use it. If it has to be rebuilt, we can always do that, but right now, I see them walk down around the mound to get to the hopper when it's not working, so they're not using those stairs. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay.
And, and the screening pile, and I think that's it. That's it for me, you guys. Oh.
The gate. Talked about a broken gate.
Oh, so yes, the gate got damaged. You know, I think when I talked to you, I said it was probably a month ago. When I talked to Mike Pavero, he said it was probably 2 months ago. It was probably the last snowstorm. So the gate is now constantly open, which again is a huge liability for us. So I don't know if we have to instruct them, or not you instruct them to either have a gate person look at it to see what it needs. It looks like just one of the hinges is gone. It must have been hit by a piece of machinery or something. The top one is working, but the bottom one is not. So they physically, they would have to physically shut it. And right now, it's been open for at least 4 weeks straight. So that's not good.
I'll remind him, because he did tell me when it did get broken, because what happened was it froze in the ground, and when they had to get it open so that the cardboard compactor could get emptied,
Okay.
that's when it got
That's when it
broken.
broke.
And I told him when the nicer weather came to get hold of a fence person, but obviously I need to be a little
Okay.
bit more specific.
Why don't we
Okay.
have Mark get a hold of the people that he uses to take care of the fences, because they react like in an instant. They react right away to his
Well,
phone
the
calls.
department head should really be taking care of this.
Well, unfortunately, he's not, so. But
And-
Mark has a good contact with the person,
I
take
will
care of
have
the
a com-
fences.
I will have a
Okay.
conversation with him.
And I don't know that it matters. I've been down a number of times when I have been taking photos and doing stuff down there. And Mello, when that salt shed side gate is open, he leaves it open for the duration. So if he's in and out of there 6 or 7 times on, say, a Friday, it's open. Instead of coming in the gate, using the key that he evidently has, I asked if he has a key to the regular gate, and he does. I don't know if that's something that you want to address, or that the transfer station manager should address, so that it's not just left open all day long. This is part of an EOC thing. I know, I don't see it on your agenda, but Homeland Security would like my EOC staff to have IDs, and I think you were talking about the ID policy. That thing has to be, I'd like to completely redo it, because it should be one page. There's a whole bunch of stuff on that policy we don't need. We do need it for the EOC staff. We definitely need it for conservation. We're always in the woods, and people will say, "Who are you?" I've tried to buy vests for everyone, but we really should have some kind of an ID. My opinion, recreation, when you're out, they should have some kind of identification. In town hall, I know that this policy said in town hall, I think that's a little bizarre. It's really when we're out in the field doing things.
I don't know, I think specifically the town clerk and the executive assistant should have ID
And there you go. I think, I'll make a motion. No, I'm only kidding. So the fire chief, before he went away, he actually, for some reason, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he asked me to get prices on an ID machine because he knew I had to get them for the EOC, to see if he could also use it for some reason for the fire department. So I'm not sure why he wants that, and so that's a question you can ask him when he gets back. But I'm probably going to purchase this. I have the money. And then maybe I can help you with that policy and fix it so that it's not as bad as it is.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish.
Trish, appreciate it.
With that being said, I'd like to make a motion to instruct Bob to instruct the transfer station director to have the fence fixed.
Second.
I don't want a quote. I don't want to wait. I want it fixed.
I
Second.
Might be.
I will make sure it happens.
Do we need to vote on that?
I don't think we need to vote on it.
Are you sure?
I'll take care of it.
All those in favor?
Yeah, in the stairs, yeah. I'll deal with the stairs separately. I already made a motion, so you gotta call the vote.
Who seconded it?
I did.
Mike seconded it. All in favor?
Aye. The stairs are just gonna get tossed, right?
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
All right.
Yeah. I'll go down there, I'll figure the stairs out. That's,
He can,
I'm not worried.
Carshman put them in the refuse pile, the, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The chipper pile.
No, that's all, that is, I think that's pressure treated wood.
That's pressure treated, that's gotta be,
To
yeah.
that recycle bin, whatever the bin is. they
The
use.
roll-off dumpsters for trash, yeah.
All right.
I'll talk to them about breaking that down and throwing it away in there. They can use the Kubota.
They might break the arm if they do that.
So next up on the agenda was the, you guys wanted to start looking at policies, and I kind of just picked this one to look at. We can all go over it in this meeting. You can take it home and go over it. We can bring it up at the next meeting, whatever, but we do need to go through all of our policies. One glaring thing on this that's missing, I mean, I don't think it's been updated in a while, but we can clean up a lot of this language, but at the same time, everybody that's elected to town, so the way other towns and schools and municipalities do it is if you're elected, you have to use the town email. You can't use your own personal email.
Correct.
So, and it actually is helpful to us and to our legal team when it's all on one thing, it's all the town. So that's gonna be one thing that I definitely wanna add to this, that if you're elected, that you conduct business on a town email, not on your personal emails.
Should be for legal matters.
So we're going to have to issue a lot of emails then, because,
And I understand that, but I mean, I think it's better having that going forward. It may be, like you said, Joe, there'll be a bump in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then it'll be stagnant. It's not like we're inventing, different positions that you're elected to.
because I think right now some departments are using one email. They're all logging into the
So
same.
the department's fine. It's the elected officials.
Yeah, we're not talking
Well,
about people.
Elected officials all need their own.
Email address.
Talking maybe,
Treasurers are elected.
Treasurer's elected.
Deputies,
Should be one for the deputy.
right, that's what I'm saying. I think they
Deputy
share.
treasurer and the treasurer.
Right,
ZBA, planning board.
Right.
Like, everybody should be conducting business on their town emails. Go ahead, Mike.
I would tell you, we should take a look at this. Any elected official and/or town employee should conduct all business on a town email
Sure.
for their own personal safety, because if you're using your own personal devices or emails and something goes to Discovery, that laptop, that device, whatever it is now part of Discovery.
In all of those emails.
been through
And
that before.
anything on there is open to being discovered.
Right. Right, exactly. The emails to your wife or girlfriend or whatever, those are all part of Discovery. But if you're only using this email.
Correct.
Then it's just that
Then
email.
it's just,
situation.
what do you mean?
Where I gave my town laptop to supervisors, because at the time we didn't have the money to buy laptops.
You gave your personal or your,
No, he's using his
I'm
personal.
using my personal, because I gave my town laptop to the supervisors.
then you shouldn't. That right there is a major violation, because now that goes to Discovery if possible, if something were to come down.
Right.
So we'll have to fix that, Robin.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. That is a huge liability that we want to fix.
But if you guys, those were the things that I wanted to bring up, but I think you guys should look at this and maybe email your corrections to me and I'll put it all together. I'll send it off to Eric to make sure it's good to go and then I'll bring it at the next meeting. Hopefully I can do a 2-week turnaround. The next meeting would be when I propose the changes and we can vote on it then.
Okay.
And then hopefully I'll have a couple other policies that I can do the same thing with. If they're smaller policies, I'll put 2 or 3 together and we'll do those 2 or 3. But that's how I'd like to do it forward, is in the meeting, present which one we're gonna do, have some discussion about it like we're doing now, and then the next meeting, we'll have the corrections that we wanna make, hopefully have it approved by legal, and then we can sign it, and then Robin can put it into the policy book.
Sounds good.
And we'll just do it with all the policies going forward. Some of them are longer than others, like the personnel policy, we may break that one up because of vacation, PTO, all that stuff, like we may break that up into sections.
Chunks, yeah, do
Exactly.
chunks.
Because that
Yep.
one's a little bit bigger. You know, part-time employees, like all of that stuff needs to be gone through anyways. We know it needs to be gone through because we've looked at them, right? But yeah, we'll start doing that on a rolling basis. We may put it aside when we get to the budget season, because I don't want to be going through policies while
I'd
we're
rather
doing-
do it over the summer when it's slower, get as much as we can, and then if we have to park it, we park it, but we've made progress.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, when we hit budget season, we may
Yep.
put the brakes on it for the time being until we come out of it.
Okay. Do we want to consider doing this identification policy while we're working on the computer one? Only because Trish brought it up?
No, that's a completely separate policy.
We could have Trish work on it. She said she would, she
Yep.
volunteered to work on it, straighten it out.
So
she
if
can
you
do that,
want
it'd
for
be
the
great.
next meeting, have your suggestions, and then we'll do the same thing, like I said, we'll present it and discuss it. I'll send it to legal the next meeting, and then we'll have it back and we'll vote on it.
It's too late.
Sounds like a plan.
That way we can start cleaning all this up.
Yeah, we
Some of
need
them
to.
have just
A
been,
lot of this hasn't been looked at in quite some time,
yep,
and it's all outdated.
yep. Okay.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
Good work.
Thanks, Dan.
Consent agenda.
I move to approve consent agenda as written.
Second.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
For discussion, I want to go back one. On policies,
Yep.
do we want to ask the department heads to start going through their
So,
department policies so that it comes to us for
So I'll touch on that. Right now, Rob, the police chief,
Yeah.
they're going through all their
I
policies
know they are, that's
for
why
their
I'm thinking about it,
accreditation.
yeah.
The fire chief, the deputy cook, is going through all the policies for the fire department right now.
Okay,
So I mean, we can, when they're done, we can ask them for an updated
Okay.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And accept it maybe, you know? I think that would be a good way to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to dictate policy to each
no,
department.
I just want them to go through and make sure their house is clean, that's all.
Absolutely. So, and they are, so as far as I know, they're both working on it.
Okay,
The other departments, I'm not sure what type of policy Mike would have for the highway department.
I'm sure it's 25, 30 pages long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know if the transfer station has its own, I know we have a policy for the transfer station, but I don't know if they have one there.
I don't think they do.
They should, in my opinion, have one there for all their employees.
They should.
That's my opinion. They should have their own. If they can't come up with it, we will. They may not like it then, but like
Give them the opportunity, I guess, yeah.
that's my point. But that place should have a policy to the point where it's every day we're in the Kubota pushing this back, or on snow days we show up early or the day before to clean up this. Like, that's the type of stuff I want to see in that policy.
Maybe Bob can talk to him when he's.
But that's the type of things that should be in that policy. Literally how their day goes and what they do, how they interact with residents. Like, all of that stuff should be laid out in a
Well, and it's
policy
good for
book.
training too. When they hire a new person, they have a policy.
Give
and
the
move it
policy to
forward,
them,
right.
this is what we do.
And huge on that is, especially whether it's police, highway, fire, or there, those are the safety areas. They've got to have everything safety.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Primex doesn't require that already?
I have no idea.
It's a good question.
I bet you they
It's
do.
not a question that I would call Primex with and ask
I
them.
wouldn't ask them either, but I
Once
think,
our policies are written, then make the call, okay?
All right.
You good with that, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I'll work on that with them, and maybe even we'll see about bringing him in.
you're gonna be busy down there.
I'm giving you my shock look. All right, with that said, I will take a motion to go into
Well,
non-public.
we gotta, Joe wants to do his,
Greenie Park.
I'd like to give everyone an update on Greenie Park. We charged the irrigation system this week and found out that the main solenoid wasn't functioning properly, so that was replaced. Once that was replaced, the system was recharged. All the heads were checked. We found that 11 out of the 18 heads needed replacement, 4 for worn out and damage, and 7 for, they were partially damaged and they need to be moved because of the reconstruction of the fields that we did. So they're going to go ahead and take care of that this coming week, get those taken care of. And once the system is charged, it'll be on at 9 p.m. at night till 2 in the morning. There's already been a letter sent out to the Baseball Association advising them that of these changes and that no one is to touch the system. So that's under control. The second thing is the main ballpark that we had done last November. There is a lot of grass and weeds growing in there, which probably was a result of don't know what, but I think we need to call back Oasis and have them remediate the situation.
yeah.
So with that all said and done, I'd like to, your approval to give him a call to reach out to him and have him come back and take care of that.
You wanna reach out to Oasis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
Did you talk to D&J Landscaping about the clippings?
Oh, yeah, they're good
I
with
just
that.
want to make sure.
Yeah, they're good with that. And D&J is also going to be putting their own lockbox on there. So they'll have, there won't
That's
be any
fine.
issues with their people and the keys and stuff
Right.
like that.
Good.
From what I've seen so far, it looks like the lock system seems to be working. I haven't, I just heard of one instance where a gate was left open, but other than that,
Well, we had somebody tried to break in a lock down there 2 weeks ago. Somebody took a rock and was smashing at the lock. They broke a lockbox, hit the lock, scratched the door, but didn't get in.
I did talk to baseball while opening day, Joe was there with me. And they are putting all the food and stuff in bins and covering them, so they're trying to mitigate as much as they can, which is good.
Yeah, it looked like their operation was really good.
Yeah, which is good,
Right.
unlike before, it's really good, so.
And the other thing is, we have the fire department gave us the use of an AED for Greenie Park, so there is one at Greenie Park, if it's needed.
Nice.
And we're gonna put that in our agreement next year, so that way, if it's there, they know that, they're responsible for it if something happens to it.
Yeah, good. You got anything on Memorial Day?
Yes, plans were in the works for Memorial Day. We met last, Monday night, and plans are in the works. The Memorial Day Parade will take place on the 26th of May, which is a Monday. It'll kick off from the safety complex, and it'll end up at the cemetery. And we're organizing, those people that need to be contacted are being contacted, so we should have everything pretty much under control. We're going to ask the participants of the parade to, other than the walkers, to show up at the safety complex no later than 9:30, and we'll have coffee and donuts available for them.
Yeah, same parade route.
Yeah.
Nothing changed on that.
And you got that girl to sing the national anthem?
Yeah, she's all set, yeah, she's all set.
Wait till you guys hear this girl.
Did she sing it last year, too?
Did she sing last year? I thought we played a recording.
She sang it at the,
No, that young lady
thing
from
at,
the school, yeah,
Veterans
she
Day.
has a wonderful voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's done it the past couple years,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
She
she's
knocks it
very
out of the
good.
park.
Hey, Trish.
I'm just curious, so, where there was damage at Granny Park, are our security cameras working?
They are. So I checked the cameras.
Okay.
The problem is nobody knows when it
Okay,
happened. And it was on the tennis court side of the building, which we don't have any coverage at.
Yeah.
So one of the other things I
Okay.
was going to bring up with the Board of Selectmen too is the DVR that's there, the NVR has I think 8 more channels. I think it's a 16 channel.
okay,
So for the cost of a couple cameras, we could probably put one on the back side of the building.
Coverage.
Just to look at it, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But as far as seeing it, one camera is not working there.
all right.
On the telephone pole that's by the dumpster, one camera does not work. And then we could probably add 1 or 2 on the building.
So all you people in TV land understand we are gonna get the cameras fixed
Right.
so that we can see what's going on our public land and
So I also got
stay away from breaking things.
maybe add a sign about the security cameras.
That's a good
too.
idea.
I have them, they're in my truck.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. I
Thanks.
have to pick up signs for the dogs going in the field
Trish.
too.
What's going on with the extra parking?
At Granny Park?
Greenie?
It's funny that you asked me this. I went down there today just to take pictures, so that I can talk to Mike about it. I was at Mike's today, we're dealing with the twin culvert stuff, but I'm gonna ask him about that, leveling that, and I don't wanna make more work for him, but we do have the money to pay him. I was wondering if some of the chips that we are gonna truck out of the transfer station could actually, once we level that and make it a parking lot, if those could be laid down. I don't know if that would be a problem for a parking area?
I think it would create a lot of more bugs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Using that, and also, when I talk to Mike, it's gonna be a slow burn.
Yes,
So like next year, it'll be ready for next year, the
Okay.
parking lot.
That's fine. I've been
So
asked, I just wanted to get an
he's
update.
not, like, got the trees knocked down, we got a good deal on that,
Yeah.
and then it's like when he has time, he'll get over there and de-stump it, and then he'll start to grade it and stuff.
but I did take photos today, so I can kind of keep track of it.
Sure.
Yep,
But he wasn't like in a huge rush to get it done, because he has a bunch of other stuff he's doing.
Right.
He was able to get it the parking lot graded and leveled, it is nice, he did a good job on that.
So if he lets us use his toys, we could go have fun down there and de-stump them?
Sure.
Good.
The same stone will cover the whole lot.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he's done. It's just, we're not
Okay.
there yet.
Is it gonna be stone?
Yeah, it'll be that. It'll
Oh,
be
is it?
that.
Oh, like
Okay.
reclaim? Yeah.
All right.
okay. The other thing, while I'm up here, since everyone in TV land is waiting for me to talk some more, Mike and I and Robin, we're working on the twin culvert by Country Pond, and I've redone the letter. I sat with Mike today to we've got to send requests for qualifications out to certain vendors. Dan, you've already authorized him to sign, his name is already on the letter. So that letter's going out this week to the vendors. And I talked to Mike and Rob, and Mike suggested that we give them 60 days to respond. And once we get that, we're going to review all their applications and then take the next step with DOT. But just so that you know, that's what's happening right now,
Awesome.
okay?
Thanks, Trish.
Very good.
The other thing I want to say at Greenie Park, just want to hands up to Mike and his crew. They did a nice job of kind of like re-leveling the parking lot and everything. So it's quite a few cars were parked down there. It was just amazing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And it was cool to see the fire department there.
Yep, they enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Excellent.
Anything else?
I can give you a motion to enter non-public under RSA 91A:3B, hiring.
Second.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
That now